You're chained to your friends.
Welcome back, guys, to this Purin's podcast. I'm Jin.
I'm Kevin, and today we've got a special guest, UNSW's resident cosplayer.
Hi, my name is Riley. I am a cosplayer. You can find me on Instagram under kylaris.cos.
You're going to have to edit that one in.
Yeah, I will edit that one in. Don't worry.
Thank you.
So today we're going to talk, especially since in about a month's time, we've got Smash coming up, which is Sydney's local anime convention. A lot of topics related to Smash coming up today. Maybe we'll start with talking about Smash, which, by the way, Sue Anime has our own personal store. Please come visit and give us money.
Please buy our merch so we can keep continuing in many ventures that we're going to try out. So, yeah.
Which is just more merch. Anyway, so let's talk about what we're cosplaying for Smash. Would you like to open with that?
Okay. So I will be cosplaying both days. The first day I'm matching with one of my friends, Ikuro _cos on Instagram. So we're doing the twins, Linny and Lynette from Genshin Impact. Sorry, I am a filthy Genshin cosplayer. And the second day, it's quite popular in cosplay.
My current
it's
two
like,
cosplays are also Genshin, so I can't say shit.
the outfits are really nice. So like they're just, a great costume to show off at conventions. And then I think the second day I'm doing Aventurine from Honkai Star Rail. So another Hoyoverse cosplay. But yeah, those are my cos plans for SmashCon.
Which version of Aventurine? The boss fight or the normal one?
No, the normal one. The boss fight, I don't think I'll be able to walk around if I do that version.
Oh, dude, no, Genshin cosplays are pain. So last year I did I'll hide them for Smash.
Oh.
And then for one of our Suani events, I did Ayato. And what I learned is that you can't put those cosplays on by yourself.
Yeah.
It is a pain in the ass.
Especially Alhaitham. I actually cosplayed Alhaitham yesterday.
Oh.
I was not fun. I was struggling. It's so hard to walk around in and get into. Yeah, I feel your pain.
You feel great,
yeah.
but then the jacket is just like, it's like a giant backpack on your back.
Oh,
it
yeah,
also
for
comes
sure.
off on the side.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If
It's a lot of weight on your shoulders, yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm planning to do Stark from Frieren, although I'm putting a little bit of a spin on it by thrifting a lot of the parts. Day
Fair
2, I'm also doing Star Rail. Did you just sneak? Boy? So day two.
Oh, look, a brokey. It's okay.
So for day 2, I'm doing Welt from Star Rail
Ooh.
instead. What's your plans?
Well, I'm only going to cosplay one day because I was like, kind of seems to do. I just want to chill on day 2.
Fair enough.
Don't really want to get sweaty for the whole day, for like 2 days in a row. So like day 1, I'm just going to do Jingyuan from Star Rail.
Should have done a day 2 like the rest of us.
Yeah.
I'm getting
got-
up there in age. Gonna get a
No,
little bit
like you can be
old.
comfortable on Saturday and then Sunday you just have the whole Star Rail gang,
Exactly.
Damn.
You gotta get
Yeah,
with
you
the
know
gotta
what?
get with the
Yeah,
times,
I don't know. If everyone's doing it on day
Get the
2,
memo.
There we go.
I'll
Yeah.
switch to
Alright,
day 2.
there we
Day
go.
1, I'll just.
There's also a Star Rail meetup thing, isn't
There's I think there's multiple actually. Because meetups at conventions are always hosted, or not always, but most of the time are hosted by the community. So you just hear it from like through Instagram and social media. I think there's 2 hosted by different people, but they're on the same day on Sunday. But honestly, if you want to meet up with cosplayers at SmashCon, especially if you just rock up to the rooftop, they're always there. You'll see the group, and then you'll be like, okay, that's like the meetup, and then you can just shimmy your way in. That's it.
Shimmy
Yeah.
your way in.
Yeah.
Would you say there is like a ideal way to approach cosplayers for more of our shy members?
I think most cosplayers, like, if you want to, take a photo with them or chat with them, you just, walk up to them and just say, hey, excuse me, can I take a photo? Like, that is probably the simplest and easiest way to approach cosplayers. I know that it can seem quite intimidating, but I will say this, that, it's not uncommon. Like, as a cosplayer, even, if you don't cosplay regularly, if you're just cosplaying at a convention, there will always be at least one person coming up to you to ask for a photo or even to just chat to you about your costume. Because, if people see, oh, my favorite character, someone's dressed up as my favorite character, let me go up to them and say, hey, I love your outfit.
Yeah. I've had a few stranger experiences with the Alhaitham cosplay, but we'll keep it low grade for today.
Okay.
like Metal Bank Mondays or something.
Yeah, I actually did like a muscle up in it, and that's also why it's kind of torn here and there, and I can't really
Oh no!
sell.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is the goal, to get like strong enough to work out in cosplays, which is surprisingly hard because,
Yeah.
again, Al-Haytham's jacket weighs like a backpack.
I mean, like a lot of cosplays aren't built for you to like do a lot of physical activity in them.
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of just waddling around like a penguin, like can't move my arm too much, or this might rip or this might come off. But, like,
Yeah, that was very much the
Wasn't there
entire
like
time.
a AniCon like yesterday or something at Sydney
Supernova?
Olympic
Oh
Park?
yeah. It was Supernova, which
Yeah.
I actually went to. So it's my 3rd day of cosplaying in a row. But
Oh,
yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Putting in
Yeah.
some work. Okay.
Because I was just passing by and I was just like, why is there like 50 Gojos in a row? I was like,
Oh
why?
yeah, it's a huge convention. I think Smash is definitely a lot larger in comparison, but Supernova is like probably one of the other bigger conventions in Sydney. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to talk about any of your specific experiences as a cosplayer? You've been doing it for a while, right?
Oh,
How long have you been doing this?
okay. So like I think going to conventions and cosplaying properly, I've been doing for about 2 almost 3 years now. Of course, like COVID did, impact a lot of conventions. So like
Yeah.
the first convention that I went to properly since I started cosplaying was like Smash 2022. But I was like very new to cosplay back then. So I'm not at the level I am today. But before that, I was just like a average con goer, like just a normal member. I was just looking around and buying merch. But with cosplays, like I think it's very tiring to go to conventions in full cosplay, especially with Genshin cosplays. They're very hard to move in. They tend to be very heavy with a lot of accessories. So, like obviously after conventions, you will feel quite worn out, especially if you're not used to cosplaying a lot. So if you're new to cosplay and you're finding yourself like absolutely worn out after SmashCon, that's normal. With
Wig headaches.
the wig headaches are a bit terrible. Like I've now just learnt to just preemptively take Panadol before I step into the convention hall, just to anticipate, like I will get a wig headache, so I should take some meds right now just to kind of deal with it.
I have this moment where like the headache kicks in 2 hours in, and then I get used to it. And I forget
Oh.
about it. And then like after 12 to 14 hours of wearing the wig or whatnot, I get home, I take it off, and then I'm like, holy shit, this is what it feels like to not
breathe.
have
Yeah,
to
no,
not have
yeah,
a wig on
no,
my head. And then there's just like a fat line going
Oh.
here.
Yeah, no. But like, yeah, I think going home after like a full day at a convention and just taking off your wig, your cosplay, that feels so good. Like you feel so free. It's like, wow, I can finally move my body again. I can turn my head. But yeah, it feels amazing. But like I don't think I've had many like bad or like super good experiences being a cosplayer at cons. It's just show up in cosplay, meet my cosplay friends, walk around, and then like if I see like a character that I really like that someone's cosplaying as, I'll come up to them, like socialize, take photos. So it's just like a huge social gathering for me, I think most of the time at conventions, because I think my main goal at conventions is to just meet other cosplayers and talk to them. So all the experiences I've had is just going up to people, talking to them, and then, now I have a cosplay friend that I can cosplay with all the time now. Yeah.
Yeah. How about outside of cons? You say you have any particularly good experiences outside of cons?
So usually outside of cons, what I tend to do is I do photo shoots with a lot of my other cosplay friends. So we'll organize like a day where we like cosplay characters from like a series or like a game, and then we just go ahead and do photo shoots. So I think one of my favorite experiences actually recently, so we all know the Haikyuu movie came out quite recently,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So what we did is like a bunch of my friends and I, we all kind of just picked a day and a time to go to the cinema in the city. So we all dressed up as like outfit like Haikyuu characters. So I was cosplaying Tsukishima Kei. And I think like one of the best things about cosplaying is when people recognize your character and like they come up to you and they're like, oh, like I really like you can share and like you bond over your love for that character. Like I
definitely.
really enjoy that aspect of cosplaying, just meeting other people who just have the same love for like your favorite series or your favorite character. So I think that was probably one of the most like enjoyable moments I had, was just meeting other people who like, they're not even cosplayers, they're just like anime watchers, but they just find like cosplaying so interesting. And so like it's really refreshing to talk to people who aren't cosplayers, but like they can appreciate cosplays, right?
Yeah, it reminds me, I had a few experiences too. So I only started cosplaying last year, with my first one being Smash last year. And so because of that, I was not expecting, I just bought my cosplay online. I had my makeup done by a friend. I wasn't expecting any unique experiences or something special. But I had so many people asking me for photos. I'm like, I don't really want to give. And then after photos, they were like, oh, can I have do you have an Insta or something? I was like, I don't really want to give them my personal Insta. So I ended up opening like a dump Insta where I make it public and just put photos that I'm happy to make public.
Yeah.
And that's where I put all like the photos and just let people follow me.
Yeah.
And then after that, I also had 2 more experiences. So when I cosplayed Ayato way back for Suani's Halloween one, I was going back to my friend's place just to get changed.
Yeah.
And someone in the hallway, because he lived in student accommodation, recognized me. And he and I basically just talked about the character, and he asked for photos. And that went on for like 10 minutes. It was a very fun experience. And then the third one was not... It was fun. It was also weird. And it was at Hershey. You can kind of guess where that went.
Oh, okay. I see.
It
I
was
see.
in our Hyden cosplay. So, yeah, we'll end it there.
Yeah.
We'll end it there.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, keep going.
you have yet to...
No, I've not. I'm the fresh one because I'm just an average con goer, and then I'm just like watching like my line of friends. I was like, damn, I'm just left out here. Just
You felt the pressure.
Yeah, I just felt the pressure. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god. And, like, even like some of my friends just like didn't cosplay, but like they were just like wearing like anime themed like clothing,
Oh,
like
yeah.
whatever, like Genshin merch, and it's like, oh man, I guess I have to do something now. So I was like, nah, it's like years and years of build up. I'm like, it's if I don't do it now, or it's like it's just gonna it just makes no sense anymore. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna do it.
So that's why you got to do it on Sunday.
Because I never knew which character I wanted to cosplay. I just knew I wanted to cosplay because I just didn't know which character until I saw Star Rail, and I was like really addicted to it at the start.
Fair enough.
And then I was like, Jing Yuan, that's my.
That's
daddy.
a good pick. That's a good
That's a
pick.
good pick, yeah.
That's
Sorry,
my-
that's your who? Sorry.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
Yeah, your favorite.
Yeah, your favorite.
No, I kind of get that too, because when I was thinking I really want to cosplay, I had no idea when I wanted to make my first cosplay. At this point too, I actually wasn't playing Genshin. I played Genshin after cosplaying Genshin. That was a mistake. Anyway, like, everyone can agree Genshin might be questionable as a game, but it's great with the character designs.
Yeah.
So I had no idea who to do. And the reason why I picked I'll Hide Them one day randomly was just because, like, I just saw his bare shoulder. I was like, damn, that's a lot of muscle. I want to see if I can copy that. That was a brutal 1 month
Okay.
too.
So you're okay. There's a brand of cosplayers where it's like they pick Toji not because they like Toji, but because they just want to be buff like him.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
me.
So that's you with Alhaitham?
Yep.
Okay. Fair enough.
I went on a killer diet too, because I know I'm not, like, actually as big as I'll Hide Them. I'm definitely not as tall. That
Oh.
guy's 190 or
Right.
something.
Me neither.
Yeah. But what I ended up doing was like, oh, if I just get really, really skinny, then I can, like, make my shoulder pop instead by not having fat. Which then I went on a crash diet. Do not go on a crash diet, by the way. That kills your mental. It makes you feel way worse than any unit of study will ever make you feel. But I did 1 month of crash dieting, and the moment Smash ended and I could just eat whatever, I could not, like, be happier.
But you put so much effort then into that cosplay.
Yep.
Like, I for me with my Alhaitham cosplay, I was just like, I'm just gonna buy a muscle suit and I'm just gonna wear that. Right? I am not putting in the work in to get like his biceps, and I can't get his 6-pack. Like that's
I had a couple years of gym going to back me up. Yeah.
okay,
It's like it's way harder to build muscle than it is to lose fat. So there's a point of advice: if you want to do buff characters, just buy a bodysuit. It'll make you so much happier than die.
like for that 1 day of pain in the muscle suit, you don't have to go through like a whole year of just constant weight training to gain muscle and kill a diet. No.
Not worth it. Yeah. Speaking of Smash, there's also the Artist Alley, which is pretty big.
Yes,
And
oh.
Supernova too.
Yeah, we don't talk about how much I spent this weekend at Supernova. I love Artist Alley. I think in Australia it's really hard to get nice merch of a lot of animes or even games because it's just so like inaccessible here. It's very expensive to get stuff shipped from Japan over. So,
Middle of an island.
Yeah. So like Artist Alley I think is one of the best ways. Like it doesn't like it's not even official merch, right? Because it's
Yeah,
merch
that's
made
true.
by other artists. But because like it's like you're supporting your local community of artists as well, and like you get to find like I guess more affordable and more accessible like merchandise for your favorite characters. So like I love going to Artist Alley because I love buying things of my favorite characters, but it definitely tanks my wallet a bit.
Yeah, I love how you said affordable and immediately followed up with tanks my
Oh,
wallet.
okay, but
It does stack up. Though.
it does stack up. Like Artist Alleys are huge, right? They're like huge, like heaps of stores, and like every store just has like a crap ton of merch,
Yeah,
right?
you know, there's got
And
keychains,
yeah.
posters. Some of them even have like props and stuff.
Yeah, no, I've seen stores where like this was very new to me, but I think last year at Smash there was like a store that a cosplayer had, and they were just selling like secondhand cosplays
Oh, really?
and like wigs and stuff, and I was like, that's so cool. I would never have that much stuff to sell, so I can't make a store like that. But I was just like, oh, like I've always been so used to seeing like prints, keychains and stuff like that. So it was very new to see like people selling apparel or even like cosplays itself. But yeah.
Yeah.
To what point do you think that your spending is excessive?
I mean,
Because I know we spend money on to buy merch every year, but like there's to a point where I just open my like drawers and cabinets. I'm like, there's not enough space anymore for this year.
Yeah.
the
I'm just like I gotta, like I looked through. I was like, there's nothing I want to get rid of. It's
That's
like,
true.
and I don't really want to sell it either. So like,
Yeah.
I was like,
the,
damn,
opposite end. I bought 2 posters.
first world problems.
I bought 2 posters last year because one of them was like really, really pretty, and the other one I thought was just like perfectly suitable for my room. I don't know where I put them. So I was like, I put them on the floor of my old place because I was like, I'm moving out soon,
Okay.
and we're also gonna sell this place soon, so I don't want to like potentially chip at the walls. So when I move into my new place, that's when I'll put up my posters. I brought my posters. I remember bringing my posters. I don't remember where I put them. So there's somewhere in my room.
You just don't know where.
No, and I
Yeah.
spent like $60 on this.
Oh, and yeah, prints are not cheap. They're really pretty, but I find that
can't-
prints are
yeah.
like the most expensive things.
I mean, they were giant. They were like that big.
Oh, like an
kind of
A3
prints.
size? Yeah. I mean,
Oh, it's so regrettable. One of them was for Land of the Lustrous.
oh,
It was beautiful.
oh, wait, which character? Like
It
all
was,
of them?
No, it was just Foss, but it
Just
had like
Ross? Oh.
like it had the shining gold and the shining prismatic on the hair. It was so good.
Okay, you
And
have to find that print.
I have to
then.
find
You
it.
have
I
to
just don't
find
know where the hell it is. It's probably somewhere like up above. But the only way to reach that is to use my shaky ass office chair, and I'm not sure if I want to pass away yet.
But like it would be worth it, like because then now if you find that print, right, you can just stare at it forever. Like you paid $60
Yeah.
for those 2 prints, you know, you
That's
gotta
true.
find it. Yeah.
Gotta find it now. Yeah.
Sometimes like I buy prints, I was like, oh, it looks so good, and then it just when I get home, all right, put it into the stack of prints that I have here.
Do you not hang them up on your wall? Or
My wall is
Oh, you have
already-
no space?
There's no space. Like, okay, there's space if I get rid of like the giant curtain that I put up, but like that curtain has like lights on it, so I'm just like,
okay.
You know what you gotta do? You stick it up on your roof now.
no.
that is true. Because then now when you're lying down in your bed, you just look up and you can go to sleep looking at your pretty prints.
Exactly.
No, cause like I have a family friend. He like,
Why does that stop you?
well, he has something on his roof, but you know I can't say what it is. But yes, it is not appropriate.
I
Let's
see.
just put it that
I
way.
see.
Okay, fine.
Because his parents never noticed it. And then when I went into his room, and then I would look up, I was like, whoa. And then, because my mom was there as well, she just walked in, and she saw me looking up, and she looked up, she's like, and then she went to the family friend's mom, was like, do you know that thing's on the ceiling? And then her mom comes and is like, what the fuck?
How
When did
long?
that get there?
How long has this been posted up?
Well, I assume since I saw it like 3 months ago, it's probably still there for quite a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some other stuff. Like I've always been interested in a lot of the badges and stuff
Oh,
at
yeah.
artist alleys, but my main problem is I have nowhere to really stick them.
Okay, let me introduce you to something called an eater bag.
Oh no.
So I have one. I've actually brought it with me today. So I don't know if the camera can see as well, but basically I buy a lot of keychains, but the thing with keychains is that it's so hard to like kind of hang them up properly, right? You can't really hang it on your wall or anything like that. So what I've opted to do is I bought an eater bag off of, I think, Temu. So it was really cheap, but I've just like stuck all my badges and keychains onto it. So this is what I spend most of my money on at Artist Alley now, instead of prints, because as nice like it is to buy prints, like I think wall space is a problem. And the thing is, I don't want every single wall in my room to be covered. Like, you know, I want to keep it to one area. So instead of prints now, all I buy is like keychains and badges.
It's like imagining that one scene in Birchie where she takes a group photo and then just copy pastes it all over her room.
Like I used to have a lot of prints before I moved houses, but a lot of them kind of like got damaged in the moving process.
Happens.
So I've had to say goodbye to a lot of posters. But
That's always sad.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. I just limit anime to one side of the room.
Yeah. Like if I take one look, I'm like, okay, I'm getting too many prints. I've just moved on to badges and keychains. Yeah, because at least with the bags, right? Because like I'm sure like this might not be the case for everyone, but like you don't just have one bag that you bring all the time. Like people have multiple bags for different occasions, right? So I have like keychains on like my backpack for uni as well and stuff like that, and I have like keychains on my wallet, keychains on my keys. I put shit everywhere.
Yeah. Everyone has.
Oh,
bags.
I do. I don't know about
do you
this
have the
guy.
same bag all the time?
No,
So I have a backpack and then a sling bag, and then the sling bag is whenever I don't want to carry a heavy ass backpack, and the backpack is whenever I need more space, and nothing else. I can probably put keychains on like my belt. That's about the closest I get. For
What
extra
about your
space.
keys? What about your keys? Or like, are your keys just too?
Lanyards.
Oh yeah, so my main problem with my keys is I have a habit of just like spinning them around.
Okay.
And multiple times my own key card, let alone keychains, have kind of flown off, and then I have to walk back, try and find it in the dark
Okay,
on the
fair
ground.
enough.
I've been locked out of my house a couple of times for various
lanyard
mistakes.
time.
It's because of the lanyard that I am swinging it around. Like where did I put my? Oh, it's in this pocket. Like I grab this part, I swing it around like it's just constantly in a circle, and then I get to my door and I'm like, where's my key card? And then I spent like another 5 to 15 minutes walking back, looking at the floor. Whereas that's happened 3 times already.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you should just have your key card attached to your phone.
Yeah, like put it like in your phone case or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lost my phone overseas once.
Oh,
I-
okay,
Oh my
okay.
days,
No,
this guy's
okay,
just-
this guy's
this
just
guy just
losing
cannot
stuff. Yeah, he's just losing things.
have nice
everywhere.
things.
No, I mean I got the phone back, so it's funny because basically we were going for a tour across USA, and we landed in Los Angeles. I lost my phone on the plane at Los Angeles, and then 2 weeks later, we were going back to Sydney from New York through Los Angeles anyway, and then we get a call the day before from the airport being like, "Hey, we found your phone."
No, you are so lucky.
You are so
you are so lucky. How did you get your
You're
phone
so
back?
lucky.
I have no idea. It was
gosh.
peak.
You're lucky Los Angeles is a nice place.
Is
If it was in New York, nah, you're not finding
I
it.
mean, the airport was nice. I wouldn't say Los Angeles particularly was nice. Everything was
Well,
so expensive there.
I mean, that's America.
Depends on which part of Los Angeles you're going
Hollywood, Beverly Hills.
to. Then it's good.
Oh yeah,
you're
you're
not
in
part of the
expensive
valley then.
area.
That's true. Good lord. Yeah. Is there anything
I mean,
you want?
if we're talking about merch, I mean, did you go to Japan and buy any merch there, or like did you the experiences of Japan?
Okay, the thing I have not been to Japan yet.
Sin.
Same.
Oh, like okay, sorry. It's as a cosplayer, right? Okay, a lot of my money is spent on cosplays, and cosplaying is not a cheap hobby. It's very expensive, especially if you're like me who does a lot of stuff on social media, right? So like
Yeah.
I buy a lot of different cosplays. Like, I'm running out of storage space. Like I'm trying to get rid of cosplays because I just can't fit anymore in my room.
We could probably like make a list of Riley's cosplays and we'll go off screen.
Oh, it's like I've got like over 30, man. Like that's how many
Right.
cosplays I have. But like I think if I stopped buying cosplays, I probably could afford like the value of my cosplays is probably enough for like a 2-week Japan trip. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I haven't been to Japan yet. I would really like to go. So yeah, because I haven't been to Japan and I haven't bought merch from there, I get all my merch from Artist Alley, which is why I spend so much.
Right.
Which means that you're the only one that's been to Japan then.
Twice, and I'm gonna
Twice,
go
oh.
3.
My trip got cancelled by a bloody hurricane.
Oh no.
Nah, lucky.
Okay, did you get your money back though, at least?
No!
Oh,
No.
was
did you
look-
not get travel insurance?
No, but it wasn't even that. Okay. So when I read up on like cancellation policies, at the time I read USA's policy, and USA's like legal policy is if they cancel, the airline has to give it back to you. But it turns out in Australia, it's not like that. It's the airplane's policies. So I read
it's
up
different story.
Qantas's policies, and they're like, oh, if a weather event cancels a
Yeah.
flight, we give you credit.
Yeah.
That was very.
Yikes.
That's why
that
you
was
get
very
travel
pissed.
insurance.
I mean, I got a partial refund for my other plane because I was going to Japan then Korea.
Okay.
So the plane from Japan to Korea refunded me, at least. And then I just took a straight trip from Sydney to Korea. But yeah, I missed out on Japan.
Oh,
And like you, I don't have the money to go to Japan
Yeah,
for a few
sorry.
more years, probably. Too
It's,
many things to
it's,
buy.
it's either I choose cosplay or I choose to not cosplay for a whole year and then I can go to Japan.
Yeah,
So
same. It's-
I unfortunately love cosplaying too much, so I'll leave Japan for the far distant
It's
future.
okay. I would
Yeah.
say like, okay, like I went twice already. The first time, even when I went, there was not really anything I really wanted to buy. To be honest, okay, there's a lot. You can buy anything you want, possibly that you can think of. Anything you want at Artist Alley is there at a cheaper price because it's not shipping. It's not getting shipped or exported anywhere, so it's a lot cheaper. But like at that point, when I walked around Akihabara for the whole day, I bought nothing.
You bought nothing.
I bought nothing.
Why?
There's nothing that I really wanted to buy. Like it was like okay. There was the things that I bought from Artist Alley is already the things that I bought, and then by the time I went to Japan, there was nothing I really wanted to buy. And then
Okay.
of course there's things that I want to buy, but then it's just like, will I really want to sink $500 on just this figure?
Yes.
Probably not.
Okay. In light of recent events, pick something, right? A $500 figure that could probably last like years, looking pretty on your shelf, or a $500 digital skin that gets banned 30% of the time.
Yeah. Not the
Uh,
fake Ari skin.
well, I would not spend $500 on either of those. I would just save my money, right?
I can't relate.
Yeah, I would do the same thing Jin would do. I would save my money.
Damn.
Like I would rather just spend it on something else. That's like $500. Like
yeah, that's
like
like
10 days of a trip. If I share
yeah, or like 20
my
cocktails.
okay, yeah, you're just an alcoholic.
$500. That's like 4 cosplays.
That's just true.
Yeah.
Cosplays are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But back to the cosplay scene. How did you like get into like the photo shoot scene? Like obviously
Oh,
there's
yeah.
cosplays. Like you
True,
just want to
yeah.
go to smash and stuff and just
Yeah.
cosplay. But then photo shoot is like completely different. Kind of it's just not just you anymore. There's like the photographers as
Yeah,
well.
That's true. I don't even know actually. So Kevin mentioned previously like how people at cons will ask for like your social media after taking a photo, right? So
Ah, yeah.
like a lot of cosplayers will make like a cosplay Instagram page that's purely for their cosplay, right? Because you want to separate, like for me personally, I try to separate it from my personal life. So
Yeah.
like, you know, people at uni and work don't tend to know too much unless I tell them.
Mm.
So I made my cosplay Instagram account, and so I was connecting with other Sydney cosplayers because I wanted to make friends who were into cosplay. And like through that, I found that a lot of cosplayers did photo shoots, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool because again, I think now Sydney has a lot more conventions that you can use as an opportunity to cosplay. But like maybe like a couple years ago, Smash was just like the biggest one, and that's
Yeah.
it, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
cosplaying once a year. Like if you really like the hobby, that just doesn't feel enough, right?
Yeah,
Once a
yeah.
year, that's just not enough. So what people would do in the cosplay community is that they will organize like meetups, or photo shoots to kind of like hang out and take photos of your cosplay and like show it off to people online. So when I saw that other people were doing photo shoots, and I was like, oh, like this is really cool. Like, you know, they're recreating scenes from like an anime or like the game. And I was like, oh, like that's really interesting. So I was finding like photographers that were based.
It does remind me, because in my first Alhaitham cosplay, I remember because Alhaitham's wig was really detailed and goes in all kinds of different sections. I had my wig styled by your friend Lily.
Oh yeah.
But despite that, like as the day went on, it would like start like the bang would start coming more inwards. Some of the
Yeah.
parts would start flattening out, and even when it was like prim perfect, I could not see past it because Alhaitham's wig just covers
Oh
the
yeah.
entire left side of my
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
I remember going through the artist alleys and looking at it, each and every artist stall, and just being like, I can't see anything.
Yeah. Oh, with contacts in as well. Did you wear contacts?
I didn't. I wore my own contacts, but I didn't have
Okay.
colored contacts
Okay.
back then.
Yeah. But like with color, so like I don't need prescription, thankfully, not yet. At least my vision is deteriorating, but not yet. But with colored contacts, I find that a lot of them are like quite hard to see out of. So at conventions, when I'm walking through Artist Alley, I'm gonna have to like be 10 centimeters away from the merch to see properly what it is. So like, and same with the wigs as well. Like if they're obstructing your vision, I'm like running into things, I'm bumping into
Yeah.
people because my depth perception is so bad
Yeah.
in cosplay. Like, you know, I can't see anything. So I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get colored contacts for this round. I have no idea how that's gonna work. Hopefully, I can still see.
Oh, you have to get prescription.
I am getting
Definitely,
prescription
definitely
for
get
sure.
prescription,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not that weak to begin with, but you know, the prints don't look nearly as pretty, even when your vision's just a tad bit.
I mean,
bad.
you want to be comfortable. Like cosplaying itself already is uncomfortable. You don't want to make it worse for
Yeah, I don't
yourself.
want to be like,
Yeah.
damn, my eyes are fucked. I can't see.
Yeah. Nah, cosplay definitely gets really uncomfortable. Like the Alhaitham one, it's really easy to overheat in the Alhaitham one.
For sure.
I remember I wore it to Hershey, I wore it to a calisthenics workout, and both times I just really, really quickly started sweating with it, which is probably why I can't
You
sell
went to a
that thing.
calisthenics
Yeah, I
workout.
can't believe you went to a
You're-
calisthenics
You're
workout
gonna sweat
in cosplay.
regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but even more in cosplay though.
Even more, that's true. But yeah, that's also why I can't really sell off that cosplay, because at this point I'm just like, I mean, even if I gave it a proper clean, all
I
the
mean, I
top
always
to bottom,
appreciate
it's
you
already
guys.
like frayed, it's damaged, and there's a history of me just fucking sweating in that thing. So I don't know if anyone's gonna buy that off me. Probably the wig, if anything. But yeah, I think the base cosplay is a little bit scratched up.
I mean, I always appreciate cosplayers because I was like, because even as not cosplaying, I go in, it's like already pretty, not hot, but like still like humid temperature because there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then like when I go out, it's like, oh my god, air, and it's like, so I can't imagine you guys just like
Yeah.
suffering for like
There's
6 hours.
There's crazy ones too. There's like full armor cosplays,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the ones with really bulky clothing. Because like a lot of the Genshin ones, they like to show off a little bit of skin here and there. Like
The manga
Alhaitham's
suit.
got Alhaitham got like his shoulder. A lot of the characters got midriffs off. But then there's also characters who are just like walking trench coats in the middle of a con. There was that one person that was doing like League cosplays. He was like Kane last year. Like red Kane with the helmet and everything.
Oh, okay. I think I'm mutuals with this person, so I know
Oh.
which cosplay you're talking about. I think
He
he
did,
tends to do a lot of League full armor cosplays.
Yeah.
They're really sick. They're
It's
really
Yeah,
cool.
so
crazy.
Viego cosplay.
Viego yeah, no, you're not gonna overheat in Viego. I promise you that much. Like, there's also some cool stuff. So I've been interested in getting into making props, maybe, but I have zero experience with that. Do you have any?
I have a little bit of experience with props. I've made like definitely not full armor stuff. I haven't attempted that yet because one, I think storage would be an issue for me with full like armor cosplay. So I haven't tried to make anything like that. But I've made like weapons. I think the first prop I made was actually Scaramouche's hat from Genshin.
Oh.
So I made that out of like foam board and like a bunch of EVA foam. I think with prop work, like the how I learned it is like I just watch a lot of tutorials online. I think especially with cosplay as well. How I got into it and kind of learnt all these skills with like wig styling and makeup is that I just went online and I just looked at other cosplays. I looked at tutorials on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Like you can find shit everywhere that shows you how to do things. I think props is definitely the most like time consuming out of any aspect of cosplay. Because you want it to last. I think it's like a waste to make it once and then it just falls apart after like you use it, right? So like it takes a lot of time to like make sure that things are sturdy, that like the paint looks good or the paint has fully dried and whatnot. And like even like with like swords and like armor, like you want it to fit to like your body, right? You don't want it to be like disproportionate. Yeah. So like people like to make like templates as well. Like people sell templates online as well. Like you will find that like on Etsy and stuff, people will have like these printable templates for like specific props from like these like really popular animes. Like the most recent prop I made was Himmel's sword from Purin.
Oh.
Yeah, and like I didn't buy a template because I was like, I want to save $30. I'm not paying $30 for a template when I can just look online and I just draw it myself. So I made it from scratch. But like if you're new to cosplay prop making, like there are templates everywhere for you to follow.
Yeah. I want to get my hands on Stark's axe, but like it's gonna be a little bit tricky to make a 1.2 meter long axe.
I mean, for like the pole, you can probably just get like some PVC pipe.
Yeah, you can just get like a random stick. But then also like if you only use foam for the axe part, it's gonna be a floppy axe, and it's gonna be really funny.
What
you
like
use wood.
Oh, the wood, they would not let you inside if it was made out of wood.
Let me just go out, chop down a tree. Oh, we got the picture of it up here.
Oh, but buying props online is really expensive.
Yeah,
because
it's also hit or miss, isn't it?
It is very hit or miss. Yeah. But I think like
I don't even know the sword that I got. Not even the sword, like the Jingyon's weapon. I don't know if it's even legal to bring that in because I bought it online, and
but
it
what
came.
What material though is it?
The thing is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like it feels metal, but it's not.
It feels metal.
Because it's only 2 kilos, so it's like it's pretty.
It can be 2 kilos and be metal.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like but it's blunt. At least it's blunt. It doesn't.
It could be 3D printed as well.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
He's just gonna go up against the wall and sharpen it real quick. Just grind it against the bricks at his home.
But it was expensive. It was.
Yeah. Like shipping, I think with props is like what makes it really expensive because they're huge.
That's true.
And like you can get them detachable, but even then, like you might have a box that's like half a meter.
Because it was like 105 base, and then the shipping was like 28 or something.
Okay. Oh, okay. The shipping wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Because I remember I bought my 2 wigs for this coming Smash, and then the total price, because it's only the wigs, is like $25, and then the shipping was like another $20. And then when you sit there and you compare like that ratio, you're just like, damn, I really wish I had something else to throw on this. But like by this point, everyone's already like got their cosplays or not buying cosplays, or it's like, oh, I already put my order in, so I kind of just sat there and be like,
Yeah.
well, extra hour at work. Oh well, just put it in.
The things we do for cosplay.
Things we do to dress up.
Every time comes Smash time, I just look at my bank account. It's like, you're gonna get chunked. I just see it like, it's like, okay, I think I have enough money, right? And then I get to like first day, like artist alley, I was like, I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
I got a strat, which is just withdraw money before going in and use the cash.
No,
Okay,
that's not enough. That's not enough.
Yeah, it doesn't work. But it sets a guideline for about the first like 4 or 5 hours, and then at the 6th hour, when there's like a print that you really want to get, then you go over budget anyway. But until then, it helps moderate. It's a mental mind trick.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in high school, because I was like, I went to Smash for the first time. I was like, oh, I don't know how much I need. So I just asked my mom, can I just get $200? And then
you asked. Okay, did
no,
your mom
because
give you the $200?
it's like this allowance. I have to. She gives me allowance, but like, it's not given to me unless, like, I ask what is it for. Like she asked me what's it for, and then it's like, oh, if I'm just going out, it's just gonna be $50 or something. And it's like, she's like, why do you need $200? It's like, Mom, I need to buy stuff.
I need to buy stuff at a.
And then it was like allowance that I've saved up throughout like months, and then I was like, I was like, okay. She's like, whatever, just take it. And then like I get there, and my friend just rocks up, It's like, yo, so what do you buy? I was like, I haven't bought anything yet. It's like, oh, I already spent $600.
Oh my god.
Your friend's
Freaking
just
rich.
Wait,
bro.
This is rich.
Like I think my second Smash Con that I went to, I was in high school as well. This was like long before COVID. It was like the first, because the thing is, Smash used to be at a different location. It never
Yeah,
used to be at
yeah.
ICC. It used to
Yeah,
be at
yeah.
like Rose Hill or something like that. And I think I started saving for Smash Con like the start of the year. So I saved money for like 6 months purely just to spend at
Yeah.
Smash Con. So I saved up like I think $300 and I spent all of that at Smash
That's pretty
Con.
good.
Yeah.
Especially for high school. I remember I knew about Smash because some of my mates in high school went to Smash. But like at that point I was still pretending to be a closeted weeb, so I just
okay.
like didn't join them at all. The irony is now I'm the biggest weeb in all my high school friend groups. It was like the
No, you know
the great four.
what's funny? Because I was known as the weeb. Like even though like I wasn't in the weeb section. Because everyone's like, oh, he plays sports and also a weeb.
Oh, the stereotype.
Because the stereotype is like, I fit in the sporty type, and then it's like, it's so weird. You never expect him to be weeb, but he's just such a weeb. Because I watched anime in class, and I was like, I don't care. I'm not doing any of the lessons, so I'm just watching anime, and yeah. And then now,
Pay attention. in school,
after
kids.
like every year, I'll get clowned on my final year. All the people that didn't watch anime became weebs. I'm just like,
I might.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I had the
now
same
they watch
thing.
more anime than me, and I'm just like, look where we are now.
I had so many friends that were just like, you know, they're the typical like, oh, anime is just, you know, another form of a cartoon, whatever. And then can you guess what anime they
Oh, I
all
already
watched
know.
at like year 9, year 10?
I
after
already
clown?
know.
Yeah, you can probably guess.
Is it like a sports anime or is it like
No,
a
it's,
action-
it's the
No,
thing
no,
that
no.
probably made anime mainstream
Oh.
globally.
like
It's Attack on Titan.
Oh, Attack on Titan.
Oh,
Okay.
I was thinking of a different one, but
Oh,
okay.
really?
I was
So
like,
it's like
I was like thinking like maybe like Avatar: The Last Bender. Maybe that like
that's
transitioned them
true.
into like
no,
anime.
a lot of them did watch Avatar, but
But
I feel like a
Avatar's
lot
not
of
anime.
yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
people
not-
don't consider it an anime.
Yeah, people consider it more a cartoon. But the thing is, I think it's close enough to anime
Yeah,
that like
honestly.
people can like bridge it over. Through
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think the prevailing argument is just like, oh, it's a Western cartoon, so it's not
Ah,
anime.
It's
okay.
not
That's
made
the-
in Japan.
Yeah, that's the like, which is weird to say now because there's also like Chinese anime,
Oh,
like
yeah.
anime made from a Chinese studio, but it
Yeah.
follows the usual style,
yeah.
animation,
Yeah.
etc. of anime, right? It's like weird. I don't know. Would you consider Avatar anime?
I mean,
I think it's like I would classify it as a cartoon, but I think it's close enough to anime that if someone called it anime, I'd be like, yeah.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I just can. I call it anime for that same reason. It's close enough to anime, so
Yeah.
it's just anime.
You know what anime hooked all the boys into anime?
What?
High School DxD.
Oh, why did I know you'd say that? Why did I know you'd say
Okay,
that?
because like it's so funny because I was year 11 till 12. I was already out of my peak anime phase. I was like already zone locked into HSC. I haven't watched any anime up to that point. And then one of the guys just come up to me. He's like, "So, what's your favorite High School DxD character?" I'm just like, "What?"
I mean, one of my mates that I was friends. We talked about this in the previous
yeah.
episode. Is I met him because in the middle of class he was watching anime, and I was like, "What was he watching?" It was High School DxD. In the middle
But in
of class.
class, in class,
Yeah, in the middle
he's
of like.
brave. He's brave.
No, he's not just brave. He's psychopathic. I like looked at him and I was like, "What are you watching?" And he smiled at me. There's zero shame. He knows what he's doing, and he's
Oh my
like,
God.
like just unbeatable right there. He was so scary at that moment.
That's another level.
Ugh.
Like
And
I
then
would,
it
I would watch
started.
Haikyuu in class, like and like so I was at work, like I was like, yeah, I'm learning biology just in a different form. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll start asking me, "So, what anime would you recommend?" I was like, "I haven't watched anime in a long time, but here, I guess these are the ones I watched."
I mean, like a few years back, I had really good recommendations for because again, like you had a lot of friends getting into it and asking
yeah.
for recommendation. Nowadays, I just like tell them gimmicky animes like Grand Blue. Yeah, it's a great watch. Watch Grand Blue. It's like, what's Grand Blue about? It's a diving anime. I promise. Like there's that. There's also like what's another meme one that I was recommending? Because like before I was like telling people, yeah, watch like Attack on Titan. That's a usual go-to. Watch like Code Geass. That's always good. And then like nowadays I'm just like, yeah, watch Gintama. I promise it's a serious anime. Watch One Piece. Get to the end of One Piece.
Are you up to date with One Piece?
I haven't watched past like 2 episodes of
Oh
One
yeah, no,
Piece.
me neither.
Haven't
Don't
even
worry.
started. Don't worry.
I know. I had a friend who, so he was a One Piece fan in high school. He was up to date with One Piece. And during the HSE period, he started again from episode 1 and caught up.
During HSC.
During HSE.
Oh my god.
This guy ended up getting like also 98, 99 ATAR too. So not only was he
Okay,
smart,
this
he
guy's
was
on
also-
another level then.
he was a monster. Like, you know, generally we were just like, yeah, you know, this guy's a chill dude, whatever. And then we heard this and it's like, yeah, maybe he's a little bit crazy.
I mean, I had a friend like that. Like, so she really liked Naruto Shippuden, right? The thing is, like, Naruto Shippuden has like a lot of filler episodes. There's
Yeah.
like a huge chunk that's just filler, right? So what some people do is that they like online they'll just say like, okay, skip these episodes, right?
Yeah,
we just want
right,
to get to
yeah.
the plot. She didn't skip them. In class, I'd look over and she was watching like every single filler episode, just so she wanted to get through the entire thing, and she did during HSC as well.
That's
And I
crazy.
was like, oh, wow, I can't do that.
Yeah,
I
can't do
couldn't
that
even
either.
finish like a full anime during HSC.
I can't even finish a
Yeah.
full
Okay,
anime
so
now.
I just had like a recollection of like before the English paper, I watched 12 episodes of anime in a row, and then it was
That's
such
not
a
that bad though.
okay. I watched it, and then like at night, cause like my mom's like sleeping, and then like it was such a, I was like waiting for the final episode. It was such a disappointing episode. I just straight up started raging, and my mom comes and is like, "What are you doing when she's sleeping?"
Oh man.
So, yeah, I was playing Valorant like days before my HSC exams. So
I don't think Valorant was even out. Was it out? No, it was.
No,
it was
but
out.
wouldn't we all graduate at different years? What year was your graduation?
it was 2022.
There we go. That's why.
Yeah.
Because we're 2020s.
Holy sh! We're fucking. Holy.
Yeah, Valorant
Holy
Valorant was announced when we were graduating. I remember the biggest hype for me when graduating was Arcane's release.
Oh,
yeah. It was the 10th anniversary or
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
Arcane came out in 2021. And I remember losing sleep over just talking because they released it in like 3 episodes.
yeah.
So I'd watch it with a group of friends in a Discord call. And then after an hour of watching the episodes, we'd spend like another 4 hours into the night just talking about it. It was like that much hype over it.
Now
Oh,
watch the.
Arcane season 2 is
by
coming out
myself.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn.
I cannot wait.
Us League fans just waiting for the next one.
Oh, dude. It's so sad because, like, you know, around that time, I was quitting Arcane. Oh, sorry. Quitting Arcane. Quitting League in general, just for, like, other games. But then Arcane was, like, it's the pitfall where you're like, oh, my God, Arcane was so good. Let me go back into playing League. And the first game I went in, I was so sad and so mad because everything bad that could happen in League happened. I was like, why'd I go back to League? Anyway, I started playing League from that day on again.
Oh yeah.
I've relapsed, like, 4 times.
I have relapsed multiple times. Yeah,
I
I
just
can't
never
stop.
left.
What?
There's no point. I'm telling you, there's no point. You're gonna come back. You're stuck here forever.
Right's got a chokehold on me,
Like,
man.
okay, you
Yeah.
can take a break. That's why I call it. You can take a break.
A break.
A break.
But you eventually
But you'll come back.
anyway.
It's everywhere.
Like,
Yeah.
I've said, oh, I'm gonna uninstall. Literally reinstalls the same day.
I was playing. I was playing with my old high school mates last night. This really fun game, where it's like you know that game Only Up, where it's like you do an obstacle
Oh, yeah,
course
yeah,
going
yeah,
up,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if you fall all the way to
Yep,
the bottom.
yep.
So it's
Oh,
that,
okay.
but it's multiplayer. And if you're wondering how it's multiplayer, you're chained to your friends. So if one
Oh,
falls,
yeah,
he
I
starts
saw it. I
talking.
saw it. I saw it.
Okay.
Now
I
the
see.
cursed part is, you know, all of us were League players. 2 of us are like chronically League players, and one's free. And we spent the whole new record in our entire life, by the way, a good 30 minutes playing this game before making a League reference. That's how much of a chokehold it has on us.
I think League even has a chokehold in the cosplay community, especially because of all the different skin lines. That like even people who
that's
don't
so
even play
true.
League, like especially with Heartsteel and KDA, people who don't even play League of
Star
Legends
Guardian.
will just
Ari.
cosplay from it
Yeah.
because of
Ari.
just how good the designs are.
Yeah. I mean, like, some of my favorite cosplays are League ones. Like, I've seen Project skins, like people who put LEDs
really?
with Project.
I've
Yeah.
not seen a project cosplay.
Project
in
Shen. Oh my god, I saw someone
Oh,
with
really?
Project Shen.
Wait,
And
you
then,
mean,
like, the
Pulsefire?
Oh, Pulsefire,
Yeah,
Pulsefire.
Pulsefire.
With like the rotors, everything
Yeah.
lights up. I was like,
Wow.
oh my
I
god.
recently saw someone cosplaying Freerun, but they had her staff with the holo display on top. So it's
Oh,
the spinning
yeah.
rod that glows at
Oh
different
yeah.
points, and it was mimicking like her spells. And I thought that was bloody cool. Like absolutely amazing stuff. But yeah, I'd really love to get like one of those like super expensive but fancy props. Like, have you seen stuff like, if anyone has seen, what's that anime
Iron
called?
Man.
Iron Man. What was it called? Psycho something? Psychopath. That was
Psychopaths,
it.
yeah.
Someone had like the executioner's gun
Oh.
that moved and everything.
That is one of my friends, yeah. So
Oh,
so
really?
at Generation Games earlier this year, so she cosplayed from Psychopaths and she had like the gun. So when you press the trigger, it would like
Open
up, yeah, and like all the LED lights and
Whoa,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
It's so
yeah,
cool.
this one, yeah. So I was just like, oh my gosh.
I
that was
also
so sick.
recently came across this guy who self-taught himself mechanical engineering, and he's making like Batman's like little gauntlet, the ones that shoot out blades. He's made like an Iron Man gauntlet. He's made a couple things.
Wow.
And then probably recently, my most favorite one is, if you know Archron from Star Rail, she has this really
Oh,
long
yep.
2-meter
Yeah.
blade, and I literally lost like 30 minutes of my life watching a blacksmith just make it from scratch. It was a
I
good
mean, I
30
tried
minutes.
making the 3D maneuver gear, and then
Oh.
I actually got like the gas pump and the propeller, and then it
Yeah.
shot obviously I didn't shoot a metal rod, and I just shot like a plunger, like a tiny
Yeah,
plunger, and then I did not calculate it well with the force to put in of the gas, and the plunger went through my wall.
Oh no.
Well, thankfully it was my garage's wall,
Yeah, your garage.
so my mom was less pissed.
Oh,
But
still.
when she just, because it just sounded like a gun as when I shot the propeller, and it just bang.
It's just pressurized
wow.
gas shooting. I mean, yeah, there's some fun stuff you can do. I remember watching a Michael Reeves video where he's got a canister and he's trying to make like fake blood explode out for a video. And it's like, you know, how much force is in these? It's like 60 psi.
I know exactly which.
Yeah.
Was it the one with the taser guns? Was it?
No, he has a
Wait.
lot of taser
Oh,
guns.
He has a lot of
Wait.
guns.
It's
Oh no,
one-
was it the boys?
Yes.
Yeah, the boys one that he was
Yeah.
doing.
So
Yeah,
it's like-
with the laser baby.
Yeah, he was saying like it's 40, 50 psi, and then turns out it's 800 psi.
Oh, wow.
I mean, recently he built the most powerful Nerf gun,
Oh yeah, and he shot
and he
Ludwig
shot
with
Ludwig
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
I've been shot by something like that too.
Yeah.
So I met this dude at a house party. He came in with like a homemade gun, just attached to a gas canister. It's like, yeah, it's not very accurate, but it hits pretty hard. It's like, oh, how much does it hurt? I still have the mark.
Oh my god.
So I've got 2 marks. One here has healed, and then I got another one that's just left like a permanent circle.
So he shot you twice.
Yeah,
And wait, did you say yeah? Like, did you agree to?
of course, consent
Oh
is
my
important.
god.
I mean, I've been shot by BBs. It was not fun.
Getting
'cause
shot by anything.
yeah,
is
it's not fun.
Yeah, I can't remember. I haven't been shot by anything, and I would like to keep it that way.
It's okay. You're
There's a
too
reason
young.
why
You got this.
you know, like boys don't live that long for a reason. You know, I've been tased once before too by a homemade taser.
Homemade.
So, again, another dude I know, basically as part of his uni engineering project, just made a taser out of a PVC pipe. So it's a PVC pipe, 2 nails, a resistor, a 12-volt battery, and some loose wires. It's scary. It's really loud, and you can see like the sun form between the 2 nails.
Oh my god.
And then the funny part is it hurts a lot, but it doesn't
Well,
stay.
no,
Wait,
damn
the funny
shit.
part? The
But
funny
of course
part?
it hurts.
So
It's a taser.
yeah, but the thing is, once it's off you, like the pain goes away really quickly. So you sit there going like,
I think that's how most things
It's
that
not
tase you
meant-
work. And I don't think the pain is supposed to last.
yeah, but then you kind of sit there, it's like, oh, I kind of forgot how much it hurts because it just goes away that fast. And then we
So
started
this guy just
playing-
likes pain.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Maybe this is why like you dedicated yourself to that workout with Al Haitham. Because you
just like
you
pain.
just like pain, yeah.
Anyways, we're about to wrap out because we're reaching the 1 hour mark,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we are not well equipped for the 1 hour past that mark yet. So, any closings that we want to talk about?
Any closing statements?
Any closing statements?
Topics?
Fuck,
Very good at this.
dude, it's been 5 weeks. We
I mean-
haven't done in 5
Yeah.
weeks.
I feel like we got a bit sidetracked. We started talking about other stuff, but
It's okay
It's
because
all related.
this isn't
somewhat,
an anime podcast.
okay.
It's fine.
but we are an anime club.
Are we? It's Purin's podcast. It didn't say anything about Sue anime in it.
He's got a point there.
Anyways, that's it.
I'm Jin.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Riley.
And see you next time. Bye bye.